The divide between dreamers and doers. The world is filled with people who want more. More money, more freedom, more success. But wanting isn't enough. Between those who fantasize about success and those who achieve it lies a defining factor: total commitment. This is what separates the financially free from those stuck in a cycle of paycheck dependency. Too often, people dip their toes into success, expecting rapid results with minimal effort. They start businesses with a half-hearted approach, hoping for overnight success. But wealth isn't built on interest, it's built on obsession. This level of dedication is what we call the breaking point zone, a state where you push beyond limitations, sacrificing comfort today for a future of abundance. Sarah's awakening, from dreaming to doing meet. Sarah, a graphic designer who spent years dreaming of starting her own design agency. She attended workshops, read books, and even created a business plan. But something always held her back. One evening, during a candid conversation with her mentor Mike, she confessed, "I feel like I'm doing everything right, but nothing seems to stick." Mike leaned forward, his tone gentle yet firm. "Dreams are cheap. Everyone has them. What sets achievers apart is action. And not just any action, but relentless, all-in commitment. Are you ready to go beyond interested and become obsessed?" That question ignited a spark in Sarah. She realized that her casual approach wasn't cutting it. Over the next few months, she poured herself into her side hustle, working late, nights and weekends while maintaining her full-time job. Slowly but surely, her efforts paid off. Within 2 years, Sarah transitioned to running her agency full-time, earning 6 figures annually. Reflecting on her journey, Sarah admitted, "It wasn't talent or luck, it was sheer determination. Once I committed fully, everything changed." Illusion of halfway. Effort. Most people are just interested in success. They read books but never apply the lessons. They start a side hustle but give up when it gets hard. They want a 6-figure business but won't put in the sleepless nights. The hard truth? Halfway effort yields halfway results. Take 2 individuals with the same business idea. One spends years perfecting it, grinding through setbacks, sacrificing weekends. The other works when it's convenient, gets discouraged at the first failure, and eventually quits. Years later, one is a millionaire, and the other is still complaining about how success is rigged. The difference? The first person embraced the breaking point zone, where the real transformation happens. David's dilemma. Staying committed. David, a software engineer, initially approached entrepreneurship casually. He launched an app development project with excitement, but quickly grew frustrated when challenges arose. After several failed attempts to secure funding, he considered abandoning the idea altogether. His turning point came during a networking event where he met Alex, a successful tech founder. When David shared his struggles, Alex nodded knowingly. "Failure isn't the problem. It's how you respond to it. If you quit now, you'll join the majority. If you push through, you'll stand out." Inspired, David doubled down on his efforts. He refined his pitch, sought feedback, and rebuilt his prototype. Eventually, he secured investment and launched a product that gained traction globally. Looking back, David reflected, "Quitting would have been easier, but staying committed made all the difference." Examples. Obsession over interest. Look at the most successful people in the world. Did Elon Musk build Tesla by working on it? When he had time. Did Oprah Winfrey become a media mogul by treating her career as a casual pursuit? No. These individuals were committed beyond reason. Howard Schultz, Starbucks. He didn't just have an idea, he obsessed over it. He pitched his vision to over 200 investors before one believed in him. Today, Starbucks is a global empire. Jeff Bezos, Amazon, started Amazon in his garage and spent years reinvesting every dollar back into the business instead of splurging on luxuries. His relentless commitment led to one of the most valuable companies in the world. Sara Blakely, Spanx. She spent years refining her product, facing rejection after rejection. She didn't quit when department stores turned her down. She persisted until one said yes. Today, she's a billionaire. Emma's evolution. Turning passion into profit. Emma, a teacher turned entrepreneur, faced countless rejections when pitching her educational app to schools. Initially disheartened, she almost gave up. However, inspired by stories of persistence like Sara Blakely's, Emma decided to persevere. She revamped her marketing strategy, partnered with influencers in the education sector, and offered free trials to showcase her app's value. Her breakthrough came when a major school district adopted her platform, leading to exponential growth. Today, Emma's company serves millions of students worldwide. "I learned that success doesn't come to those who wait," Emma said. "It comes to those who refuse to quit." Comfort, now or abundance. Later. Success is a trade-off. You either sacrifice now for abundance later or choose comfort now and struggle later. This isn't about deprivation. It's about understanding the cost of long-term freedom. Think about someone who buys a flashy car with a loan versus someone who drives an old vehicle while investing in a business. One impresses their friends for a year. The other builds an asset that provides financial security for life. Which choice leads to true wealth? Mark's mindset shift. Delaying gratification. Mark, a retail manager, loved indulging in luxury items, designer clothes, expensive watches, and lavish vacations. Despite earning a decent salary, he lived paycheck to paycheck, unable to save or invest. After reading about delayed gratification, Mark decided to change his habits. He sold his luxury car, downsized his apartment, and redirected funds toward building an e-commerce store. Though challenging, this shift allowed him to scale his business rapidly. Within 3 years, Mark achieved financial independence, attributing his success to prioritizing long-term gains over short-term pleasures. Temporary sacrifices lead to permanent rewards, Mark advised others. Choose wisely. The breaking point zone, where most people quit. The road to financial freedom isn't a straight highway. It's a brutal, obstacle-ridden battlefield. When you hit failure, exhaustion, or doubt, you're at the breaking point zone. This is where most people quit. But this is also where the winners are forged. When Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team, he could have given up. Instead, he trained relentlessly, using failure as fuel. When J.K. Rowling was rejected by multiple publishers, she could have moved on. But she kept submitting until someone said yes. The breaking point zone is where you decide, are you going to be like most people or step into the minority who win? Rachel's redemption, pushing through. Payne Rachel, a former retail manager, faced numerous setbacks while launching her online boutique. Inventory delays, shipping issues, and negative reviews tested her resolve. At her lowest point, Rachel questioned whether entrepreneurship was worth the struggle. Her breakthrough came during a coaching session with a mentor who reminded her, pain is temporary, but quitting lasts forever. Inspired, Rachel pushed through, implementing systems to streamline operations and improve customer satisfaction. Within a year, her boutique became a trusted brand, generating substantial passive income. The breaking point zone is where champions are born, Rachel reflected. You have to endure the storm to see the rainbow. The toll of success, pay it or stay. Stagnant. Building wealth has a price: time, energy, and resilience. Many people want to skip the struggle, hoping for an easy shortcut. But there isn't one. The question is, are you willing to pay the toll? This means working when others are relaxing, saying no to temporary luxuries to fund your future, facing rejection over and over without giving up, taking responsibility instead of blaming external factors. James's journey. Paying the price. James, a corporate accountant, dreamed of escaping the 9-to-5 grind. However, he knew achieving financial freedom required sacrifices. He worked evenings and weekends building a digital marketing agency, often missing social events and personal downtime. Though exhausting, James stayed focused, reminding himself of his ultimate goal. Eventually, his agency gained traction, allowing him to leave his corporate job and pursue entrepreneurship full-time. Reflecting on his journey, James emphasized, "Success demands payment up front. Are you willing to pay the price?" Why most people stay stuck. People settle for mediocrity because it's comfortable. They prefer routine paychecks over uncertain but limitless opportunities. They listen to naysayers who tell them their dreams are unrealistic. They avoid risk because failure is painful. But what's more painful, temporary failure or lifelong regret? The masses will stay in their comfort zones, trading their time for money, hoping retirement will finally bring freedom. But for those willing to embrace the breaking point zone, a different future awaits, one of financial autonomy, impact, and freedom. Lisa's leap. Leaving comfort behind. Lisa, a nurse, felt trapped in her stable but unfulfilling career. Though terrified of uncertainty, she realized staying stagnant was costing her far more than taking risks. With support from mentors and peers, Lisa launched a wellness blog, sharing tips and resources for healthier living. Despite initial doubts and slow progress, Lisa remained committed, consistently creating content and engaging with her audience. Over time, her blog attracted sponsors and partnerships, transforming into a lucrative business. Today, Lisa enjoys both financial freedom and purpose-driven work. Staying comfortable keeps you stuck, Lisa warned. Growth requires stepping outside your comfort zone. The choice is yours. You can stay in first gear, casually trying success without ever committing. Or you can enter the breaking point zone, push beyond what you think is possible, and create wealth on your terms. The decision is simple. Are you merely interested in success, or are you truly committed? Final thought: the power of decision. At a leadership seminar, someone asked the speaker, "What's the secret to breaking through limits?" The speaker smiled. "It's not a secret. It's a decision. Will you stay in the crowd or rise above it? The choice is yours." So, what will you choose?